My name is Dr. Chhitij Sharma. A very good morning, friends.
Good morning.
It's an absolute pleasure to be amongst the district governor elects. I welcome you all to this seminar, and I'm sure you all must be ready and waiting to go back to your districts and unleash the entire gamut of skills and tools that you're going to learn from this entire DG seminar. So are you all ready?
Yes,
Ready for what?
for taking over the next year.
Taking over the next year. Well, friends, my name is Dr. Chhitij Sharma. I'm a pediatric cardiologist by profession, a past council chair, and currently serving as GMT coordinator for the multiple. I have been training for the last 5 years, and I consider myself still a learner. So do I have you all along with me to travel this next 1 hour as a co-learner with me?
Yes.
This session is going to be entirely driven by you. You are going to drive the session. I am going to be the coach. You are the engine here. Right? So as district governors elect, you already are in a position where you have been empowered, aren't you?
Yes.
So what happens when you empower someone? If you empower somebody, what happens? What do you make him achieve?
He's trying to do his best performance.
You make him eligible to achieve his best performance. If you empower somebody, Suresh,
Yes, sir. Same.
what will you enable him to do? He said you can make him best.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Empowering means okay. We are supporting, and then we have to get. We are motivating him to execute his tenure.
Very good. Sir, any additional thoughts on empowerment? What is your take on empowerment? When you empower somebody, what do you mean by that empowerment? I'm empowering you to do this.
When you empower it, you are giving him some power along with the responsibility. So he is in a better position to perform.
Good. Now imagine a situation. All of us grew up watching those epic serials, Mahabharata, Ramayana. You remember? So there used to be a war. When there used to be a war, these demons and the gods, they used to have a tarkash behind. They used to have a box in which they keep the arrows.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yes.
And every arrow was different. Every arrow was different. Some had fire, some had something coming out of it. So they had a lot of choices with them, didn't they? So they could use any choice. Depending on what they want to achieve, they had so many choices they could choose from them. So, what does empowerment mean? Empowerment means increasing the opportunities to make choices. I have a person, I have given him so many choices, and I am providing him opportunities to act on them. Agreed?
Yes.
So, empowerment means an individual is given opportunities to increase the choices and to act on them. Are you there with me?
Yes.
So we have provided so many arms and armamentariums to one individual and empowered him to choose whatever he wants as and when required. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So, at the end of this session, you should be able to define the concepts of coaching and delegation. You should be able to recognize the benefits of coaching. Should be able to implement coaching competencies. Should be able to recognize benefits of delegation. And not only recognize, should be able to implement these five rules of delegation. And at the end of the session, we'll revise whether we have been able to achieve this or not. Fine?
Yes.
So this, as obvious there are two modules in this particular talk. The first one is What does the first line say? First module is coaching. Second module is
Delegation.
delegation. So, by coaching, what do you understand? Governor Sahab, what do you understand by coaching? What does coaching mean to you? No, please sit and relax. You're all governors now.
Coaching is to teach someone or to guide someone, to give the directions to develop.
Good.
themselves.
Very good. What about you? To empower someone. He says to empower someone. Okay. See, coaching may have many definitions. But for the purpose of this particular session, we will stick with this definition. Coaching is the process
Used to empower the individuals.
you use to empower. That's what Rajan said, no? Empower. Empower to what? To do what?
Develop and grow.
Empower to develop, empower to grow. Fine? Now there are two fine words. What is the subtle difference between developing and growing? Think. Get your brain cells to start thinking. Difference between developing and growing.
Developing is the formation phase.
Yes, very rightly said Sureshji. Let us take the example of a bowler, a fast bowler. He bowls at a speed of 120 miles per hour, 120 kilometers per hour. So by my coaching, I am taking him from 120 to 130, developing. From 130, I take him to 140. His full potential will be 150, 160. So while I am taking him stepwise, he is developing, and when he has reached his full potential, we say he has grown. You understand that meaning?
Yeah.
So it's not the same that you say develop, grow, everything is not the same. Do you remember? You have reached the stage. Can you remember anyone who has served as a coach to you? Just take a moment and think. Somebody who has served as a coach to you.
Parents.
I'm not asking names, but parents, of course. Some land leader, somebody. So, parents have a responsibility towards you. But somebody in alliance culture, somebody in your professional culture, if he has served as coach to you, don't you think he would have spent time? From where did he get that time? He must have had to make that time to coach you, and that time he stole from his family, that time he stole from his profession, that time he stole from his own me time, and that is how he dedicated that time towards coaching you. So why do you think he took the time out to coach you? Because there are benefits to coaching. You understand? There are benefits to coaching. So coaching benefits whom? Coaching is beneficial. Only then somebody will take time out and coach. But it is beneficial to whom? As a lion, if somebody is coaching you, is it beneficial to you?
No.
No. If you are being coached as a lion to become from an ordinary lion to a leadership lion, is it being beneficial to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
Okay. Is it serving the association?
Yes.
Yes. Is it serving the coach?
Yes.
So it's beneficial to
All.
all the three aspects. So what are the benefits? Benefits to the person being coached. Would somebody like to read it?
Increased skills.
Yes.
Reduced personal obstacles.
Yes.
Preparation for new responsibility. Greater confidence and personal satisfaction.
Very nice. Thank you. So you are aware that there is a benefit of coaching to the individual. That person improves his skills. By reducing obstacles in his life. If he is in a current position, he improves himself, or he prepares himself for a new responsibility, and then he is a person with a greater confidence. What is the benefit to the association?
More productive and motivated members.
Yes. And
Increased service.
yes,
Development of current and future
leaders. So what does that ensure? It ensures that our legacy is preserved for years to come. Are you there with me?
Yes.
Yes.
And finally, what are the benefits to the coach? The coach has improved relationship, one-on-one relationship with his individual, better understanding of others,
More effective use.
more effective use of resources,
Greater opportunities.
of delegating responsibility. All right. So now you know what is coaching, to develop and grow. You know it has benefits. So by knowing that you develop somebody, you make him grow, and you by knowing all the benefits, do you think you can become a good coach?
Yes.
Just by knowing, you will become a good
No.
coach. You require some
No.
special skills, special competencies.
Skills.
You require skills, right?
Yes.
So what are the skills that you require? What competencies you require to make yourself a great coach? What are the competencies?
Build rapport.
Build rapport,
Observe and analyze.
observe and analyze,
Question and listen.
question and listen,
Provide feedback.
facilitate performance. So what do you mean by build rapport? Let's take the example of the Indian cricket team. Rahul Dravid has been a very prolific player and very respected player. He has certainly been given the job of the chief coach of the Indian cricket team. When he was playing, none of these players were playing. All these players are new. They think of Rahul Dravid as a god. But now Rahul Dravid has to come down to their level, and he has to be creating a comfort zone between him and the players, so that he can communicate. He has to give them an environment where transference of ideas, information can be safely maintained. Are you agree?
Yes.
Now, building a rapport. While building a rapport, you have to also be aware of the verbal and non-verbal communications. Non-verbal communication means you are talking to an individual in the team, and the person doesn't seem interested or doesn't give you importance. So you have to find out what the reason is. Okay? You have to create a desire that we need to communicate effectively. You have to build on the other person's ideas. What are his ideas? So building rapport is not just hello, hi. It goes beyond that to create a relationship where exchanging ideas becomes easy within the comfort zone. Observe and analyze. What do you observe? What do you analyze?
The person whom you are coaching, observing how he is performing, how he is developing, and analyzing where he is lacking back.
Very nice. What is happening and what should be happening? The gap between what is happening, what should be happening. That is what you have to observe. Okay? You have to collect information. And when the things are not going up to expectations, find out why it is not going up to expectation. Analyze. But when you're analyzing, you should not be judgmental. Don't form judgments at this level. The third competency is question and listen. Question and listen means you have to make an environment where you ask a question and your participant, your individual whom you are coaching, feels comfortable to share what he wants to share. At the same time, you have to apply all the skills of active listening. Like when he's talking, you don't interrupt him in between. When he's talking, you nod. Most important, smile. Smile when he's giving you feedback. Have an eye contact with him. And after he's said what he has to say, you have to paraphrase the sentence. Paraphrase and confirm that you understood what actually he wanted to say. Right? So question and listen, and then providing feedback. Feedback has to be given in a positive environment. And how do you prepare to give the feedback? By the initial steps. While building the rapport, what was his non-verbal communication? When you were observing what should happen, what is happening, when analysis, when you have questioned him and listened to him, based on all this, you give him the feedback. Okay? Now the feedback has to be given at the appropriate time. If you give it late, it doesn't matter. It has no value. It has to be specific. It has to be on a point which is actionable. You can't, and you also have to consider whether this performance is being hindered or performance is being limited by his individual limitations or there are limitations in his environment. So that is how you give feedback. And then you facilitate performance. So how do you facilitate performance? You empower this person with your all these skills. Either you make him improve his current position, or you prepare him for a new position and give him that freedom that, friend, mistakes are okay. You have to be free to apply this knowledge which is being imparted to you, and don't be afraid of failing. Your coaching role continues. You continue to be a coach, and as his position changes, you keep following him up. Give him time. Give him time to implement your feedback. Don't be on his back that you have to do it. And most importantly, give him a space. Don't try to micromanage his world. You have to get up at this time, you have to sleep at that time, you have to eat this food, you don't have to eat, you don't have to go here, go there. Don't micromanage the thing. Okay?
Yes.
So, the competencies, can somebody repeat? Rajan, can you repeat the competencies from top to bottom?
Build report,
Build rapport,
observe and analyze, question ambition, provide feedback, facilitate performance.
very good. So now, we will do an activity where we will apply these competencies and find out how can we be effective coaches. Tomorrow you are going to utilize all these competencies you are going to utilize in your own district. You are going to empower your line members, your zone chairpersons, your region chairpersons to be a better person. Maybe some zone chairpersons, you want them to become district governors. So you will prepare them for the new role as a coach. Correct?
Yeah.
So now, I would like you to open page 4 on your manual, participants manual.
Page 4.
Yeah. There's an activity given there on the page 4. This activity is on all these 5 coaching competencies. We have a question on building rapport. I think Suresh, you can take that question.
Yeah, I'll take.
And the second question is observe and analyze. Rajan bhai, you take that question. And you can take question number 3 and question 4. And there's one more question, but we have only 4 participants. So question 5 we'll discuss it. We'll discuss amongst ourselves and we'll find the answers. You have huge time, 10 minutes. I don't think you require 10 minutes because all of you are district governors and all of you know what to do. You've been doing this all these years. So to guide you to answer these questions, you can refer to page number 2 and page number 3 of your participant manual. Page 2 and 3 give you the detailed description of these 5 competencies. So applying those principles, you can answer the specific question. You have to answer this question.
So, read this. Then come back here. Find out. This is the case study. This case study. These principles you have to answer. I only.
You are taking question number 4, sir. You understood the case study. You can open page 2 and 3 from there, and those principles you have to apply here.
Discuss.
I think once you have answered your own question, you can discuss the answers amongst yourselves so that you are aware of the other question also. And please add if something is missing according to you. 4 minutes more. At the end of 4 minutes, we'll start the discussion. You are ready with your answer, Suresh?
Yes, sir.
Need some more time? We have 2 minutes, but if you finish early, we can discuss more. Rajam, you can tell me when you're ready. Done? We'll all discuss these answers and we'll put the responses on the flip chart so that it's for understanding of everybody. So can you read the first question, Sureshji?
Yeah. As district governor, you plan to begin the year by...
A little louder, please, because people can also hear.
As district governor, you plan to begin the year by meeting with all your district leaders to show your support and to talk about their goals and activities. You have had no relationship with your LCIF district coordinator who has already been in her position for a year and you have only met her once. How might you go about building a rapport with her?
Is the question clear?
Yes.
The district governor wants to have a meeting where he can discuss about the projects that he wants to undertake in his entire year. Very, very relevant to you, all of you. Isn't it relevant?
Yes, sir.
But the district LCIF coordinator has already been working for the last 1 year and you've not had much rapport with her. So you want to build a rapport so that the LCIF program also goes in a very grand way in your year. So how will you build rapport? Suresh, what have you answered?
Yeah, first contact LCA coordinator through phone and fix an appointment. Make a cordial relation with the coordinator. Subsequently, ask her about her plans for the next year on LCIF contributions.
So you'll talk to her on the phone and make a rapport on the phone.
Yes.
Okay. Do we have any better ways to make rapport? Anybody can answer. Now it's open for the house.
Contact her, talk to her, then have a personal one-to-one meeting.
Yes, you can invite her.
In the clear case also, sir, it is through phone. It is asked for a one-to-one contact only, personal meeting only.
Okay. We'll take everybody's response.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sureshji. So we can ask, why don't you come for a cup of coffee? Let's share a cup of coffee in a restaurant today. So an invitation can melt the ice in between a little bit. So when you meet, you get a chance to observe the verbal and non-verbal communications.
Yes, relationship develops.
Okay, you can find a common ground. Suppose she says I play golf and you say I play golf. So you people can maybe meet together to play golf together somewhere. So, developing rapport has got so many other ramifications. You may discuss about your children, maybe her child and your child is studying in the same school, maybe same class. So, you can find common grounds, okay? Not only find common grounds, you can, during this, when you're building a rapport, you can bring up this topic of NCIF, take her commitments, know her commitments, take her commitments, and throughout the process, you can only give her positive energy by smiling. Don't you think if you put all these things, the NCIF coordinator, how much of a aloof she may be, she'll become very much responsive to you? Yes? So we can note the responses: invite. Number 2, non-verbal communications. Commit to perform. And smile. You can say find some common ground where of interest. Some common ground of interest. And SMILE to build a positive rapport. District Governor Suresh, if you do all this, are you satisfied with this answer?
Yes.
So let's clap for Suresh and his effort. Thank you. What is the second question, Raju bhai?
Observe and analyze. Comments from a number of club members in your districts indicate that there is some disappointment with the performance of a zone chairperson. You are unsure of the specific what to be proactive and helpful. How might you go out observing this zone chairperson's performance, and what are some signs of success you might be seeking?
So what answers have you found?
So I first observe that zone chairperson and is lacking. Then ask with the club members about their expectations with the zone chairperson. Then I'll also communicate with the region chairperson of that zone chairperson with the
Okay.
And finally invite all of them in a joint meeting and ask region chairperson to facilitate this
Okay.
meeting and try to create a harmony between them.
Very nice. Thank you. Can we rephrase this entire response into some bullet points like what is happening and what should have been happening? When we are discussing what is happening, what should be happening. So that gap. Second thing is, you said you will ask the region chairperson, class the club presidents, collect the information. That is good. Then after collecting information, what you want to achieve? What you want to make success look like? You want to succeed in his performance. So how you want to make success look like? And then find out reasons why he may be having some personal problems. So find out what are the obstacles to the success. And while you are collecting information, observing and analyzing, you do not have to be judgmental. Somebody says it's good, somebody says it's bad. You don't go by that. Ashok bhai, what is the third question? Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It's about the question and listen.
Question and listen. Very good.
Competence.
So what is the problem that is given to you?
There are a number of clubs in the district. They have actually planned for the community cleanup, tree plantation and recycling activities, projects. But unfortunately, the interest rarely results in actual projects. So you have to observe the situation and would like to talk with your district global service team coordinator about their involvement. What questions might you ask to get a deeper understanding of the situation and to coordinate perspectives?
So how would you like to solve this problem?
So first, I'll create a positive environment
Very good. Very good.
in which we both can talk together
Communicate
and,
freely.
and
Yes.
analyze the situation,
Yes.
why this is happening.
Very nice.
Then have one-to-one talk. Then use the open-ended question that why the clubs were not able to achieve the results, what were the obstacles, do they or you require any support
Who will do it?
to achieve the goal?
Yes.
Yeah. and listen carefully what is being given feedback by the Global Service GST chairperson, and extend and tell them that we are with you, the district is with you, and you tell the clubs that we all are with you, and what support you want, we are going to extend and perform the activity.
That's a fantastic answer. There's nothing more to add what you answered. Beautiful. Thank you. Question number 4. Governor Ashok. Deepak, sorry.
Leo, provide feedback. Leo clubs have been neglected in your district for several years. While there are still a few Leo clubs functioning, they are decreasing in size and service, and no new clubs are being formed. Through observation and analysis, and in questioning and listening to your district and Leo club chairperson, you don't feel he is being proactive in working with local Lion and Leo clubs, and you believe he is ignoring the LCA resources available to support Leo clubs. You know he is a dedicated and hardworking Lion, so you want to make sure your feedback to him in a positive and helpful. You might go about providing a feedback to your Leo club chairperson.
Good. Have you understood the question?
Yes.
Okay. So what remedies are you planning on this?
First and foremost, that I would like to meet him in person. Okay. Then tell him that he is very resourceful, very creative person, and being holding a position of a Leo club chairperson, it itself gives the indication that you are very resourceful and you have a lot of things you can do. So if you would proactively do it, it's not only good for you, it will be appreciated by the Lions, your district governor, your Leo club president, and that will help the new clubs or the Leos to have more encouragement, and the more number of Leo clubs you make in your district, the credit will go to you.
Very nice. Very nice. Anything you want to add to his answer? Ashokji, want to add something to his answer?
No, it's perfect.
Very nice. Thank you so much. And question number 5. Can we just turn the page? Because we have only 4 participants. I would like all of you to join together. And if you can read it loudly, it will be nice. The last competency of coaching is facilitate performance. So
You have observed and spoken with your second vice district governor, who has expressed to you that she is unhappy in her position and is considering resigning. In your conversations, you have found that she believes she is not utilized and needs new challenges and responsibilities. She is eager to accept whatever new challenges you can provide or suggest. How can you help her succeed?
So you have to basically, what does the second vice district governor feel that she is left without any responsibility? So what basically you want to do? You coach her, empower her, give her responsibility, right? You can come with an idea that I am giving you this project, and you start doing this project. Maybe it will take 1.5 years. By the time you become governor, in your year you can launch this project. Make her feel wanted. Delegate some of your responsibilities to her. We can do this and continue to coach her till she's doing this. While she's doing this work for the next 1 or 2 years, continue to coach her. Keep following it up so that she feels important. Are we on the same page?
Yes. Even ask the club to invite her in the club meetings.
Club meetings, she can be invited.
Yeah.
When you go on your visitations, you can take your second vice district governor along with you.
Yes.
So those things can be done. So friends, when you go back to your houses, when you go back to your clubs, go back to Alliance Learning Center and complete the course of coaching on LLC. How many of you have already done it? Coaching on LLC, you've done it. It's changed now.
Yes.
A new version has come.
Yes.
Please go through the coaching module on LLC. Now we come to the second module. What is the second module?
Delegation.
Delegation. Do you think delegation is important?
Yes.
Okay. What do you mean by delegation? What do you understand by delegation? Ashok bhai, bataiye.
You assign some work to somebody with responsibility.
You assign work with responsibility. What about you, Surejji?
Same, sir. That is, we are sharing our responsibility with someone else.
Okay. Any other?
Ask others to do on behalf.
Ask others to do on behalf of yourself.
Getting the things done.
Getting the things done. So as per our session, we will call delegation is transferring of important words there.
Responsibility and
Two important words.
authority.
Responsibility and
Authority.
authority for completion of work. That's enough. So what are the benefits of delegation? What do you achieve by delegating job?
You can achieve the result. All work you cannot do alone.
Yes, you can't do all the work alone. So, and I may be very skilled, but if I am having 25 jobs to do in a day, what use my skill is going to be? So, if I delegate responsibility, 3 jobs I give you, 2 jobs I give you, 5 jobs I keep, 5 jobs, like if I distribute the work, everything gets done and maybe everybody is able to use their skills. So, the benefits of delegation are: number 1, you increase the skills. The person who's being delegated a job, he feels motivated. Okay, maybe the person to whom you have given the job may have innovative ideas, may have new ideas, may have better ideas than you, and innovation will happen. And you will involve a larger number of people, larger bodies will be involved. The whole district will move as a single body. So just by knowing the benefits, we should start what? Start delegating. Now itself start thinking what works you want to do, what works you want to delegate, because you want to make your team now. So before you start delegating, there are rules of delegation. The rules of delegation have to be followed in order to delegate the job properly. The first rule is identify tasks. So how do you identify tasks? Whose task? You have to identify your task. As a governor, I have this job. Make a priority list. Which job is more important, which is to be done first, which is going to be done later. Okay? And then involve other people, find out who is having what skill, and after that, you think that this job I'm going to keep to myself and this job I'm going to delegate to other people. So that is how you identify task. So what kind of jobs will you delegate? What you don't like? What I like, I will keep. What I don't like, I will give to others. Is that the way you delegate?
No.
Okay. So you will delegate according to priority and
Skills of the
select capable people. By selecting capable people, what do you mean? You have to find the right person to do the right job. He should have enough skill, he should have enough experience. Then you have to explain expectations. Explain expectations means you have to tell what is my overall outcome that I am looking at. I am wanting to achieve this particular objective. This is my target. Am I clear? Okay. And then you delegate responsibility and authority. Delegate responsibility means you make him in charge. At the same time, you empower him to act upon it. You don't be the driver and don't ask him to be the coach. Fine. And whether he does the job or he does not do the job, who is accountable?
we.
The governor is accountable. So you have to maintain accountability by asking him.
Feedback. What is happening?
You have to mutually agree on reporting dates. We are going to meet on this day and we'll take proper reporting. You have to mutually agree that project end date is this. So we are going to end this mutual. You can't tell him finish by 22 weeks. You have to mutually agree. He says I will not be able to do in 2 weeks. So mutually agreed project end date, mutually agreed reporting dates, and you tell him when required, if you want, I am available for coaching. I am available for support. Don't unnecessarily go and coach and support him. Correct? So, now after understanding these rules of delegation, I would like you to take to another activity where we will apply all these rules. We will apply all these rules in the next activity and see how delegation can help us make our lives easier. So, It is a scenario, and I think one of us can read. It's a little long scenario. If you want me to read, I'll read. Give me. Can you pass me that manual? Because I can't ask any one of you to read such a long phrase. So we'll take it one by one, or I'll give you time first. That is better. Okay. You have 10 minutes to do this activity. There's a district governor. His name is Peter, and he is tasked with so many other responsibilities. He's totally confused what to do, what not to do. There are 4 points given as his problems, and he needs your help. He has come to you, the governor has come to you, that I need help. I have so much of job, and I don't know how to do it. So, you have to find an answer for him. You have to find a solution for him. And there are suggestions for the discussion which are given below. So, once you read this case study, you'll know. And the questions, we'll take it one by one. So first you go through it and just read. Go through the activity.
All of us separately.
You read separately, then we'll discuss. If you need any assistance, I can always help you. You have to apply the rules as given in the PPT.
How much time we are having?
You have 10 minutes for the formulation of your answers, and 5 minutes we'll discuss. And if you give me more time, we can discuss longer if you are ready earlier. It's a typical situation for district governor, no?
Yes, absolutely.
Hello. Hi. You have to go through all the entire scenario, and it'll be nice if you can write down so that easier to discuss. Just write in pointers, no? What he would keep, what he would delegate. You may write down the answer, Suresh. can take another 3 minutes. Done? Okay. This table is through. What about you?
Yeah, I have noted down few points.
Hmm.
First of all,
So shall we, is everybody ready? Shall we start with the answers?
Yes.
So we have a scenario where the district governor is not able to handle the pressures, the responsibilities that he is having. That is very clear.
clear.
Now what is the first question? Deepak bhai, can you read the first question? The
What-
suggestions that...
What task might he delegate and what task might he assume himself?
What task he should do himself and what task he is going to delegate. So Governor Suresh, can you please...
Yes, sir. Actually, the club visits related things has to be given to the district itinerary.
district itinerary.
Who is
Okay.
responsible for the calendar of event regarding his club visits.
Mhm.
All the GAT related responsibilities has to be delegated to GLP, GMP and the GST.
Okay. That's it. Somebody can add to this? Thank you for your response.
I think for the club station, they have to delegate cost reducing.
Very nice. For club visitations, because club, if you are giving the entire thing to club itinerary, still the governor only has to go. He has to find dates and go himself. So we can delegate the responsibility of club visitations to his first VDG, second VDG.
Delegate to the second VDG.
Committees he can delegate to second VDG, okay?
And for the preparation of the district convention, he can form a organizing committee meeting.
Yes,
And GAT, yes, rightly said, he can delegate.
yes. Okay, okay. So he has a lot of people to whom he can delegate responsibility and at the same time keep monitoring the progress. Yes, sir.
As a district governor, we are the GAT chairperson, correct? So GAT responsibility to delegate GMT, GST, GMT, which I find that he was not doing.
Hmm.
He was trying to do himself. Second thing, the most important thing is that district convention is coming. And when is a district convention, the time is very important.
Yes.
So first and foremost, he should take help of past district governor. Delegate the responsibility of various committees to the past district governor.
Very good.
Because district convention requires 2 to 3 months planning in.
Absolutely.
So he himself cannot do. So district governor is a basically administrative body. His responsibility first is administration, then the service. Of course,
Yes.
service is important. So he has to give the priorities of the responsibility. That will happen.
Absolutely. He has to prioritize all the tasks. What is to be done at priority. Now, what he is going to do? Because you've given everything to everybody else now. What will the governor do himself?
I delegate to the right person.
He is delegated.
And then get the reports.
What he will assign, what he will keep. The question is that.
I feel that as a district governor, he must have the rapport with each and every club, because the club is going to further the goals decided by him for the district to achieve the goals.
Uh-huh.
So, as per my thinking, the district governor should visit the clubs. Second, committee meetings and GAT meetings. The Vice District Governor 1 and 2 are the chairpersons of the, you can say,
Yes.
Leadership and membership.
Very good. Very good.
Leadership and membership.
Membership.
So they can go for the GAT meetings.
GAT meetings.
They can also have the other committee meetings.
Right. So depending
Yeah.
on
Yeah, and he can also utilize the sources of the region chairperson to visit very far clubs,
Clubs.
where he is not able to reach.
agree,
Yeah.
very good.
Then he can specify with all this, the village 1, village 2, the areas of responsibility, and give
Absolutely.
him the authority that here you can take this type of decisions, this type of
Very
decisions.
nice.
You can decide the meeting venue, date, and you can go with the informing the clubs and appointing the various chairmen for
So
meetings.
the purpose of this question was that he should identify tasks
Yes.
to delegate.
Delegate. And
So we have to meet the purpose, no? The purpose
and
of
he should decide with the village 1, village 2, and the other people who
Yes.
they giving the responsibility that when we should have review meetings weekly or bi-weekly, and then he should review meetings.
Can somebody read the second question? Are you all happy with these responses?
Yeah.
Yes,
The first question,
Yes.
you are satisfied with the answers?
yes.
So we need to delegate, and how to delegate, what tasks you all define depending on your priorities. Priorities will be different in every district. The priorities may be different in every district, and every district governor will decide according to his priorities what he wants to delegate, what he wants to keep. Answer to question number 2 is, how should he go about finding one or more lions to assist time? Please.
How should he go about finding one or more lions to assist? See, he already has his cabinet members are there.
Awaz.
He has already his cabinet members in his cabinet team. So out of that, he can assign one of the responsible or senior line member to do the job.
He already has committee chairpersons.
Yeah.
So he can ask each committee chairperson to chair his own committee. Zone chairpersons to look after the clubs. Distant clubs can be visited by his vice district governors or the zone chairpersons. So he already has assigned people. So very easy for him to find, because he already appointed right persons at the right place. Question number 3, can you come to?
What amount of authority should be given to those whom he delegates?
Yes, very important question. What amount of authority you want to give to the person whom you delegated the job? How much authority will you give him?
As for the, suppose, crop vegetation,
How much authority? You'll give him full authority, you'll give him half authority, you'll give him 99% authority. What amount of authority you will give?
Full authority.
Full authority you will give. Why? Because you have asked him to complete the job. You have told him, this is my target. If I want to go from Mumbai to Nagpur, I may have 5 routes.
Unless you give authority, he cannot perform.
That's what. From Mumbai to Nagpur, I may have 5 routes. Maybe I'm better on this route. I'll take this route. So everybody who's delegated the job may have his own way of doing things. So let the person do his own way of things. You keep monitoring and take reports regularly and see if things are being done on time. That is important. You don't tell him how to do it. You've given him what to do it. And you told him what I want. But if you keep telling him, kahan tak pahunche, where have you reached, that fellow will lose interest. And if you give him full authority, he may do the job better than you, because he may be innovative, he may have better ideas. You understand? So when you delegate, how much authority you give?
100%.
100% authority. Very nice. And I wait the last question.
How can he go about maintaining some control throughout the year?
Very nice. Most important, because
Yeah.
we have given full authority.
Right.
We don't want him to jump off somewhere off the cliff. So when we have given full authority, how are we going to control this?
By review meetings, as discussed weekly or bi-weekly. By review meetings, what is the
Sir,
problem?
when we are giving him the job, we are mutually agreeing on 2 things.
Yes.
First, what is our mutually agreed project completion date? Right? And second thing what we are agreeing upon is, what is our mutually agreed reporting dates?
Yes.
Frequency.
Yeah, that is review meeting.
Huh.
only.
So when he has committed, I'll give you monthly report.
Yes.
So wait for it after 1 month. Ask him.
Yes.
So you know the progress. So because you may delegate, but you are accountable. You may delegate, but you are
Accountable.
responsible. If your project chairperson does not do the work, nobody is going to tell tomorrow that the project chairman failed. They will say who failed?
District governor.
District governor failed. So if you apply these 5 rules of delegation, then you are bound to succeed in the job that you delegate to the right person. Are you all happy with this?
Yes.
Yes.
Confident that when you go back, you are going to delegate the right thing to the right person, give him authority, keep monitoring your things, have quality time, spend your time with clubs and your priority jobs. All this is possible only by
Delegation.
delegation. Okay. So delegation and leadership. There's a quote by Andrew Carnegie. No man will make a great leader who wants to do it
Or himself.
all himself or to get all the credit for doing it. So one of the most important point which we have missed so far, the person whom you delegate, no, you give him credit. Don't take the credit from him. Call him on the dais and in front of the whole crowd, tell this man is responsible for doing this job. Give him the credit. If you give him the credit, you get the credit. Right?
Right.
So, at the end of this session, we will go back to the session objectives. Are you clear with the concepts of what is coaching and what is delegation?
Yes.
Yes.
Coaching is develop and grow.
Grow.
Then you understood you recognize the benefits of coaching.
Yes.
You learned the competencies of coaching. Right?
Right.
Have we understood the benefits of delegation?
Yes.
And we also applied these 5 rules to solve this district governance problem, and thus we understood how each and every step of delegation has helped us to delegate jobs better. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, we can take now. Anything you want to discuss or any questions?
You have completed all the questions.
No more questions. I want to congratulate you, firstly, for taking this important office of district governor that you're going to be handling the next year. My best wishes for you to continue your good job in the next year. I, as a facilitator for this, have learned a lot from you all, and my job as a coach will continue in your next year as the district governor. Whenever you need my help, I'll always be available, and I'll be more than happy to be of any assistance and any use to you. Thank you so much. You've been a wonderful audience. Thanks a lot. No, I thought I was finding difficulty in writing from this side or from that side on the...
Can you get recorded?
I tried writing from that side, it was difficult. Tried writing from that side also, it was difficult. In the process, I turned my back to the audience once. So that was one thing I thought I should not have turned my back to the audience. But the constraint, anyway, no reasons.
Good.
From your side?
Yeah. History.
That's all from your end?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
आइए सर बताइए. You have to help me grow.
See,
Louder.
out of your 100% times what you utilize, I think around 70% times you are sticking only here on this position.
Absolute observation.
70% you are literally here, and that's your, out of that 70%, 60% time you are just looking at me.
You feel threatened?
No, not threatened. Not threatened. Not threatened.
Yes.
See, first you should have to move around up to this table. You move very less, right? And while talking, you should have the eye contact with all the persons. 60% time you are just having the eye contact with me. Very less time with all other 3 participants.
Okay.
So what I was looking that they were feeling that they are not in the classroom.
Okay.
It is my feeling. And you have pasted the means you are continuously people feel that you are looking at the pillar. Right?
No, that is because you know it is here.
So that is my observation.
Okay.
One time you turn the back, one time you little real portion of your body coming between the screen.
Okay, I didn't realize.
Yeah. In the initial only.
Okay.
Yeah. And the last part, that is concluding, summarizing in last 1 or 2 minutes, that what exactly the coaching and delegation means. We conclude it, summarize it. That part you have missed it.
Okay. Chalo, thank you.
No debriefing.
Thank you.
Yeah, no differing also an activity.
Well, first, congratulations, in time he has completed. I think 70 or 80% of he was here because maybe he has put that points there. So 80% of the session he was here. Eye contact, as he said, that yes, we are a little missing with interaction with us. And third thing, I think since you did not have the participant manual with you, maybe you are not clear sometimes one or two. One activity, first activity, I think it should have been ask us to read and discuss. So 2 groups were there, so each group should have discussed among themselves. And then it could have been better. Instead, you ask everyone to read it. Okay, so the discussion did not take place between the table, that is what I felt. And once back, okay, that is there because of this estimate of the board. Otherwise, it was a good.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, good.
Rajan bhai,
Yes.
Suresh.
Perfect presentation. So there are, as our Mr. Sir and sir told, there are some one time once you are turned back and once your image you block the camera, sorry, the projector.
Okay,
Other
okay.
than that, it's a perfect presentation.
That's because that space to go there. Not to that extent, little.
Little.
Just
Okay.
When you went there to write on the flip chart, no, at that time you shifted little, you just
Maybe,
yeah.
I would
So
have
that
come
time it is
And
happening.
every time you are asking question, you are looking here. So, the little stair was little longer, so you can notice that it was looking at this here.
Yeah. Otherwise, it was a very fantastic and fabulous performance.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Sir, from
Stop
you. Achha, you would not give.